So what happens in Neo Soul guitar is that you often take a chord progression like a 2-5-1 major, typical of jazz music, but also typical of pop music at the end of the day, and you embellish it with chord extensions and flavors, typical of R&B. In this example, I've taken a 2-5-1 in the key of D major. So E-7 would be the 2, A7 would be the 5, and D major 7 would be the 1. Okay. This chord progression already sounds nice, but what you can do to make it more modern and neo soul is to add, for example, a 9th on the first chord. So instead of playing an E-7th, you now play this E-9 and do a hammer on here, okay, which kind of like opens up, in my opinion, the sound, and it makes it, you know, warmer. And then from here, I also played a tiny melody on the D major scale. And then I replaced this A7 with a more modern A9 sus4. So it's still a dominant 7 chord with the 9th, but there is now the sus4 instead of the 3rd. And then to create more tension, I got the major 3rd back and I created a tension with the flat 9 like this, okay, which is definitely more modern. Guys, you can look at these chords instead of just as A9 sus4 and then A7 flat 9, you can think of them as a G chord with an A on the bass or a G diminished chord with an A on the bass. Then from here, instead of just playing a classic D major 7, I actually played this D major 9, which I really love, and again, in my opinion, it warms up a little the sound of the D major 7, and I did this kind of hammer on here, and I probably created something like sort of melody, okay, and then to go back to the 2, which is again E-7 or E-9, I went through the secondary dominant, which would be a B7 flat 9, but I didn't play the note B, I only played the upper part of this dominant 7 flat 9 chord, which in actual fact is a diminished 7th chord. So I played this E flat diminished 7th as a passing chord, which is exactly the same as playing this, okay, and I also moved it here 3 frets forward. And from here I started again, but then the second time, just before going to the 1, I went through C sharp diminished 7th and then my D major 9. Well, the reason why I went here is because again, this is the upper part of an A7 flat 9, okay, and I only played the diminished 7th chord that you get removing the root. That's all for today, guys. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.